Hello everyone, I'm here with Lindsay, Clandfield, and we're gonna be doing a short interview, and it's called 6 Things in 6 Questions. Thank you very much. I know it was such a rush for you, sorry.
It's okay, it's okay.
Alright. Well, let me start with the number 6. Is it special for you?
I suspect you're asking because I have a blog that was called 6 Things.
And also, yesterday during your speech you asked us to find 6 words. Again, 6.
Yeah, well what had happened was the original number that I wanted to focus on in my blog and professional blog and everything was 7, because I had read that 7 was a very magical number and memorable number. But when I tried to get the website 7 Things, that was taken. And then I thought of 3 Things, but that seems a little bit small. But 3 Things was also taken. I kept trying numbers until I got 6 Things. And then I spent 2 years collecting lists about language teaching that I used 6 things in each list. So that's why now when I give talks or when I think of things, I always think 6 things. So it became my favorite number, but not originally. It was almost by accident.
Alright, that's also my lucky number.
Oh, okay. Well, great. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Alright, so I'm gonna be asking 6 questions, and also plus 2 questions from Ishil Boy and Adam Simpson.
Okay, great.
Alright, the first question is, one person who inspired you or still inspiring you?
This is always a difficult question to answer. There are so many people that have inspired me within the field. In my own personal life, I probably have taken inspiration from my father, who was a professor of French language and cinema studies. But someone who I'm thinking of presently who inspires me is a co-writer of mine. His name is Robert Campbell, and he edited a magazine called It's for Teachers, where he gave me my first ever writing job. And I was inspired by the work that he did, and that has inspired me a lot in my subsequent work. That was maybe 13 years ago. He did this little magazine for teachers in Spain, and I was very much inspired by his creativity. And the nice thing is that 13 years later I was able to give him a writing job on the course Global, where he wrote some video scripts for the videos there. So that was a very nice thing. But Robert Campbell, definitely.
Robert, okay, I'm gonna read about him.
Okay.
Alright, the second question is, I know it's difficult, but one word that describes Lindsay.
Okay, one word that describes Lindsay. I probably would say creative. I think that I have a lot of creative energy. I like making new things. I like doing things. I like experimenting with different parts. I always have as a teacher, and now I have the luxury as a writer to be able to do that, especially with all the tools that we have available to us. It's a very exciting time to be creative. So I feel quite creative now.
You really are. Okay. Here's a difficult one too. One thing that you cannot live without.
Okay, this is the really embarrassing thing, but it's probably my computer, my laptop computer. I can't live without that. Not now. I can't live without that. Although coming in close second is probably my phone. Is probably the close second now that I can't live without. But if my house was burning down, I could only save my phone or my computer. I would save the computer. Of course, after my family and all of that stuff. But things. Yeah, no. Wait, my family first, but then the computer, and then the phone.
Got it wrong. All right. All right. The round. I like it. Everybody likes it. So, can you tell me the memorable one or the best one, the best feedback you got
about the round?
Yes.
Well, the round, for those of you watching this that don't know, is an independent collective of authors making ebooks. So we're publishing them ourselves. And the best feedback we got from the round, I mean, we've had lots of nice feedback. People are very interested in it. We're trying to do cheap ebooks, but one of the best feedback we got was from people: pay attention to quality. So make sure that just because we're doing it ourselves, without big publishers, for example, we don't sacrifice on quality. So we insist on editing, we insist on good design, and so forth. That's the best feedback we've had so far.
All right. Okay. Yes, this is also a difficult one, but I will ask you to name only one. One way to be a good teacher.
Okay. I changed my mind about this morning because we talked about this in one of the workshops at this great conference that I'm at here in Istanbul. And I think I would agree with what a colleague of mine, Ken Wilson, said. One way to be a good teacher is to be a learner. Again, so learn something yourself, do a professional development course, go to a conference, learn another language, learn another skill, learn how to use another thing on the internet or something like that. Be a learner.
Yeah, that's a
be a
good
good
answer.
teacher.
Be a
Okay.
learner. All right. My last question. One thing about Turkey.
One thing about Turkey, this is my 4th or 5th visit to Turkey now. I'll be coming back again later on this year. The one thing that I always have a great memory of Turkey, well, first of all, is anytime get the chance to take a boat ride on the Bosphorus, which I'm very lucky. Last night we had a very nice boat ride there.
Yes.
That's the one thing. Can I also say food? Because the food here is so amazing. I love it. I love it. It's great.
All right. Good to hear. All right, my questions are finished, but I have 2 questions, as I told you. One from Ishilboy, and she wanted me to ask you, what do you think the future of mobile learning, and how is it different from e-learning?
This is a really interesting
And
question.
she wanted you to say 6 things.
6 things about that. Well, that's going to be hard as well. So maybe we'll get you 6 things out of me on that. But I think mobile learning is sort of an auxiliary to e-learning. I think the way it will change is that more and more people are going to be using their devices to connect to the internet. By devices, I mean mobile devices. So we're already seeing in many countries people are connecting more to this to check things like social media, to check the weather, to check little things like that. I think that mobile learning delivered through this or through tablet computers will be sort of auxiliary to other kind of learning or to other kind of e-learning. It depends also if the e-learning, for example, if we think about e-learning in terms of online learning environments like Moodle or things like that, once they are able to be consulted on these, and it's a bit small sometimes for a Moodle on the phone, but on a tablet you could do that, then it'll just be a part of e-learning, like an auxiliary part. I don't think it's going to change it that much. I think one of the other things that will be different is that with M-learning you could have sort of more how can I explain it? Ambient and game type learning. So by ambient I mean you could have listening to just English words or exercises or things like that as you're moving around. So you're just kind of having it with you or having the videos. Game type learning, more kind of game type activities. But I don't mean video games, but activities which involve points or that kind of gamification, which people use these devices for. So that might be part of M-learning, but I don't think it will replace e-learning. It becomes an auxiliary to e-learning. So you might have an e-learning course with an M-learning component, or you would have a blended course which has an M-learning component. I don't think at the moment it will be very different from e-learning.
All right. Okay. I hope Bishop likes the answer.
Okay.
All right. And Adam's question: in 6 years from now, what will you have accomplished?
Okay, so from 6 years from now, I hope that we'll have at least 6 books at the round. Probably, hopefully more. 6 years? No, actually, I would want more. I'd want maybe 15 books. I'd want that to be a place where people can find interesting and cheap books for teachers. 6 years from now, I think I'll have written another course, maybe a newer version of Global or another course or something like that. I'll probably still be writing stuff. 6 years from now, I'll probably be teaching, part-time or something like that. And I may have even started 6 things again. I'm beginning to wonder if I should go back to 6 things, but I'm going to give it a little bit more time. Another 6 months to think about that. But maybe 6 years from now I'll still be blogging. I'll still be here, I hope, and I'll still be active in the ELT community online and so on.
I know you will.
Great.
All right, questions are finished.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much
really
for
appreciate that.
interviewing me.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Bye.
All right, thank you too.